Hello, this is Tijuana, the Real Estate Apostle, living my best life coach, and today is December 1st, 2020. If this is your first time at my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. My channel is dedicated to mindset and helping millions of people to get mentally free to be able to live your best life today. Today I'm going to be focused on talking about seasonal affective disorder, or SAD. It's a type of depression that's related to the changes in the seasons. So I want us to be aware of it because I know that I suffer from it too. As you can see that you haven't seen me in the last week, and the more research we do about it, it becomes easier to be able to overcome this SAD when it happens. A lot of us are affected by it. It has a lot to do with the time changes, and it usually takes place during the fall and can last through the winter. It can be very debilitating, especially if you're not aware of it. It becomes very easy to kind of embrace the sadness and just kind of hang out and wallow and just be friends with sadness. Okay, so stay tuned, and I'm gonna give you 5 tips to be aware of to know if you are being affected by this seasonal depression or SAD. Okay, so number 5 is sleep. Your sleep will be affected. Either you will be sleeping too much or too little. So you want to pay attention to your sleeping. A lot of times you can find yourself just kind of just vegging out. I'm talking to myself, sleeping just all the time. And it's because of the time falling back. So it gets dark quicker. So you're like experiencing less sunlight. And then a lot of times if you are succumbing to the whole depression, then you're not getting outside and actually getting the sunlight. You kind of veg out in the bed and just sleep too much, or just spend time in the bed, not even really getting restful sleep because your rhythm is messed up. So pay attention to your sleep. And if you find yourself feeling fatigued or tired all the time, sleeping all the time, or not, getting sleep where you feel like you have insomnia, then you should be aware that you could potentially be experiencing, some seasonal affective disorder, or you just say. All right, number 4 is appetite. So your appetite will be affected. For me, I'll get anorexia where I just don't have appetite, and I don't eat. Sometimes I can go, a good little while without eating and start losing weight and all that good stuff. So what you have to do is to be or you can have the opposite effect too, which sometimes I'll get that where I'll just want to eat everything and just stay in bed and just snack and just, put on pounds. But for the most part, mine is usually the opposite, where I'll just won't have an appetite. So the thing is to be proactive and do things like, make sure I keep up with my juice, because that helps. And, get good, fresh, organic fruits and vegetables inside of you is going to help you to get more energy, and then you'll get nutrients in your body, and those things all help to increase your mood. So you have to be proactive. And I'm talking to me because it's so easy to just give up and, like I said, accept and embrace the sadness and just kind of wallow in that. And it gets worse because you are not getting any nutrients, because your appetite and your sleep and all these things are affected. So appetite, number 4, make sure you do that. So I'm about to make me some juice right now, then I'm gonna come back to y'all the other tips. Okay, so my juice is ready here. I'm gonna drink this. It's got a lot of spinach in it. However, the blueberries with the antioxidants that I desperately need have colored it this purple color, and it's not my usually green drink that I've been doing. But sometimes you got to mix it up, and it's really important. I always feel better when I drink the juice, but a lot of times when we are sad, we neglect to do the things that could, and I'm talking to myself, to pull us out of this mood. And good nutrition is the number one of the things that you can do. So get that nutrition in there. Number three, third sign of realizing that you potentially suffering from seasonal affective disorder or SAD is a loss of interest in things you once enjoyed doing. Like you just don't have an interest for it anymore. It does not, it don't float your boat. So be aware of those things too. You start noticing that, you know, your hobbies or some of your interests that you're no longer interested in, or you just, you know, pretty apathetic about it. And I know that that'll be me very quick. Number two is mood swings. So be aware of your mood swings. Like a lot of times for me too, you know, I notice that I'll start off like, you know, yay, happy and excited. And, you know, if I don't try to hold on to it, and there I'm now, you know, sad and looking at how sad everything is. And you have to remind yourself, like, you know, to compare down and do these things to, you know, help yourself out. Otherwise, it's very easy for fear, worry, and depression to just consume you, and before you know it, now you're in, you know, in a very low mood. So mood swings, be aware of those things too. Mood swings. So I just want to encourage everybody out there who might be suffering from this to, you know, don't feel alone, that there's different groups out there. You can, you know, see your doctor, or even just there's okay, real quick, I just want to say some of the causes, like your biological clock, your serotonin levels, your melatonin levels. These three things could be a combination of factors that could trigger the seasonal depression. And some risk factors are family history, having major depressions or bipolar disorder. You know, people like that, we're prone to, you know, get this, and family history. And some of the complications that you could experience would be social withdrawal. A lot of times I know that I'll just be a hermit, and I'm total opposite. Like I'm, you know, very, you know, friendly person, like to experience, but sometimes deep down inside, I really just don't want to be bothered. It's like I prefer to be by myself, but I know that that's just, you know, this whole situation trying to get the best of me. So you have to overcome that. Other complications could be work, you know, school and work problems, substance abuse. A lot of times people start to abuse other substances to try to correct their moods and stuff, like self-medicate and things like that. Anxiety, eating disorders. Sometimes we pick a new problem to have. And suicidal is like the number one, you know, problem that could happen if you don't do something about that. So if you are feeling that way, do not be afraid to call these help hotlines. The Mayo Clinic has a lot of information, and I will leave a link somewhere in here for more information and things like when to call a doctor. But for right now, I'm going to send out a lot of love, and I'm I am accepting the love that you guys are giving back to me. So thank you for sticking with me, and I'll see you in another video.
Good morning, it's Tijuana, the Real Estate Apostle of My Best Life Coach. Today is November 27th, 2020, and I'm starting over from scratch. It's going to be day 1 of 90. Because if it's first you don't succeed, just dust it off, try again. So I'm about to try again. And I'm starting off with, like I said, the workout and all that good stuff on my way to the gym. It's going to be day 1 of my 90-day, So I'm going to start over. This is going to be day 1 of 90. But as you can see, I haven't lost much. Still doing my 30, and I'm about to go do 30 on just some weights and stuff like that. So, but this is what happens when you start all over. Just don't give up. You know, if you take a break or whatever like that, just make sure you don't stop for too long. Get back in here and do things. So, I'm back, day 1 of 90.